My other brochure is, with the coffee cup, is geared towards corporations, and I model my seminar where I incorporate my corporate policy with domestic violence. And I make it very comfortable to make an employee, upper management, or supervisor to say yes, to disclose, yes, I am in a domestic violent relationship. It's why I come in late to work, why I don't show up at all, or why I'm doing poor work. I think it's very important, without any retaliation, without any discrimination. And again, it says the benefits and also what it consists of. So I just wanted to point that out. Also, I am a member of the Meadowlands Chamber of Commerce, and I wrote an article about domestic violence in the workplace, and I was amazed at how much information there is out there in statistics, in information. So please take a copy at your leisure. There's a copy here. Also, I have something called the Chaos Diary. It's a diary that I created to help anyone that's abused to document the abuse on a daily basis. I'm a firm believer if you could document it, you could track it, and it becomes like a mirror. It's literally a diary from January to December with encouraging words in the beginning. Give it to someone that you suspect is being abused because it will empower them. And it's also part of my toolkit that I use in my seminars and workshops. Finally, I came across an article that bridges domestic violence, the impact that it has on children, and also judges' decisions on how it impacts children living in domestic violence situations. And I feel that it was very appropriate, being that we are in kind of like a courtroom atmosphere in front of council members. And I just wanted to read a couple of passages. This evidence leaves no doubt that when a non-abusing parent seeks help from the courts to protect a child from exposure to domestic violence, judges' decisions can literally shape the child's brain and impact the child's mental and physical health and behavior across the child's lifetime. Articles about domestic violence sometimes describe children as witnesses, a problematic term for two reasons. First, witness implies a passive bystander, but children are deeply engaged with everything that happens in their family environment. Secondly, a child might never see or hear the physical or sexual abuse, yet be profoundly harmed by the atmosphere of fear in which he or she lives. The preferred terminology is children exposed to domestic violence. The most beneficial action a court can take for a child exposed to domestic violence is to end the exposure and support the protective parent. What if instead of saying that children exposed to domestic violence are at risk, instead we said children exposed to domestic violence are at risk of brain damage? How would that shape perceptions of the best interests of the child? And I mention this because we hear that term all the time in judges' decisions, in legal terms, best interests of the child. And I find that judges can be instrumental in erasing home violence. And I'm open to doing a presentation for law enforcement, police, and judges just on this very subject. I will